Hey there, we're out here in Raleigh, North Carolina on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Temperatures are about 60 degrees, and I thought, what better day to talk about the weather in Raleigh, North Carolina? If you're moving from out of state, like I was when I first came from Texas, you're definitely probably wondering, what's the weather really like in Raleigh, North Carolina? Well, we're gonna get into that today, starting right now. Since we're coming into the spring here, let's talk about the spring in Raleigh. Well, now is pollen season, so we have green pollen pretty much anywhere. It's caking the cars, roofs, windows, you name it. For about a month here, we're gonna have pretty strong allergies. I know I'm sneezing a lot, and that's one downside with Raleigh, North Carolina. Just wanna get that out there. Part of the reason we have this pollen going on is because right now, all our trees, our flowers, they're blossoming. It's actually quite beautiful. It's almost like a second fall here in Raleigh at the moment. It's a little warmer than it normally would be in March, which I think is the case across most of the US at the moment. Typically during our winters, we'll have temperatures down in the teens or the 20s at night, and during the day they can be as high as 40s to 60s, just depending on what's going on with the climate. We do get snow here in Raleigh, North Carolina, about 5 inches on average a year, but this year and in years past, we have not seen any snow. At best, we got some frost, making the roofs look like maybe they got a little bit, but really, it's just ice that came in overnight, and it'll be gone by 9 in the morning. One big draw for people to Raleigh, North Carolina is that you get all 4 seasons. They're very distinct, and that is absolutely true. That was a draw for me coming here from Dallas, where it just felt like it was always hot. Here you really do get a winter, then a fall, and a summer, and a spring. Not in that order, but you get the picture. Now, our summers can be a little hot and muggy. Coming from Dallas, I kind of laugh at that because it was always extremely hot, over 100, 110 on a summer day, totally normal. Here we'll see it in the 80s and 90s, more than 90s, but because of that humidity, the feels like might be in the high 90s, breaching 100 at times. On that same note, we do see thunderstorms and hurricanes roll in the late spring and summer months. Now we're 2 hours from the ocean, which I think is awesome. We're just far enough away that you can go enjoy the beach, but we're not right there when hurricanes hit. We kind of get the outskirts of the impact, so it's not as bad. Every now and then, you have to replace a roof because some hail came in, but it's not entirely common like it would be if you were to go to Wilmington, for example. We also get tornadoes, but they're still not that common, and they're definitely not as powerful as you would see in the Midwest. There were a lot of tornado scares in Texas. I also grew up in Iowa, which is like Tornado Alley. That is scary, but here we get them now and then, just not as big of a deal as they are other places. Now during our spring and fall, we get very, very mild temps. You can see it in the nights down in the 30s and 40s, and during the day, you'll see it in the 50s and 60s, which if you ask me personally, that is the perfect temperature range. So you can do any outdoor activity, but realistically here in Raleigh, you can go outside and take a walk your dog, go biking, go rock climbing, whatever you wanna do, pretty much any time of year, and that's probably my favorite thing about Raleigh, North Carolina. During the fall, you will see the most beautiful turning of leaves that you've ever seen, especially if you head west and go into the mountains, take a drive through Asheville or Boone. You will see what appears to be a snowfall of leaves as you're driving down the road. It's just one of the most gorgeous things that you can experience. And despite all those leaves turning, we still have plenty of pine trees and other types that last year round. So even in the middle of winter, you still see greenery everywhere you go. It's so beautiful. Now, along with that humidity that we talked about, Raleigh receives an average of 46 inches of rain every year. And this of course keeps our city green. We have green spaces everywhere, beautiful walking trails, trees galore, green grass, and that's one of the things that I love about Raleigh, and that humidity and rainfall definitely helps. Despite this, we still have about 213 days a year of sunshine. Overall, if you're looking for a city that has mild temperatures all around, you experience all 4 seasons, you have an excuse to go outside and be active pretty much any time of the year, then I absolutely would recommend Raleigh. If you have specific questions about our weather, our real estate, or anything in between, make sure you put that in the comments below. If you're looking at making a move here, then call the number below or click the link in the description, and you can have a quick chat with me and my team, and we'll go over any questions that you have about the process and about our area. In the meantime, make sure you watch one of these videos next to learn more about living in Raleigh. We'll see you there.